Most people set goals. Very few actually achieve them. Every year, millions of people promise themselves that this will be the year they finally change their life. They set goals like losing weight, becoming rich, starting a business, or mastering a new skill. But months later, most of those goals are forgotten. The problem is not laziness. The problem is the way we think about success. Goals focus on the destination, not the journey. When you set a goal, your brain becomes obsessed with the final result. You imagine the success, the praise, the feeling of achievement. But what happens after that excitement fades? Motivation drops, life gets busy, obstacles appear, and slowly, progress stops. This is where systems come in. A system is not about where you want to go. It is about what you do every single day. Goals say, I want to be fit. Systems say, I exercise for 30 minutes every morning. Goals say, I want to be successful. Systems say, I work on my skill for 1 focused hour daily. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. Winners and losers often have the same goals. 2 people can want the same thing, but only one builds the right system. That is why goals alone don't separate success from failure. Systems do. Another problem with goals is that they create an all-or-nothing mindset. If you miss one day, you feel like you failed. That feeling kills consistency. Systems, on the other hand, forgive mistakes. If your system is solid, missing one day doesn't matter because you will be back the next day. Systems also remove emotional decision-making. Instead of asking yourself, do I feel like doing this today? The system decides for you. You simply follow the process. This is powerful because emotions change, but systems remain stable. Think of success like water flowing downhill. Goals are like hoping the water reaches a certain place. Systems are like building the channels that guide the water naturally. Once the channel exists, the water will flow again and again. In this series, we will break down how to stop relying on motivation and start building systems that actually work. You will learn how to design your environment, structure your habits, and create processes that make success almost inevitable. If you truly want long-term change, stop asking, what do I want? Start asking, what system will take me there? To understand why systems work, we need to understand how the human brain operates. The brain is designed to save energy. It avoids effort whenever possible. This is why motivation is unreliable. Motivation requires emotional energy, and emotional energy runs out quickly. Systems work because they reduce the need for motivation. When something becomes routine, the brain no longer sees it as a difficult task. It becomes automatic. Habits are the building blocks of systems. A habit is simply a behavior repeated so often that it requires little thought. The moment your actions become habitual, resistance disappears. You don't debate whether to brush your teeth. You just do it. The same principle applies to work, fitness, learning, and discipline. Another psychological advantage of systems is identity change. Goals focus on outcomes, but systems focus on identity. When you follow a system daily, you start seeing yourself differently. You don't say, I'm trying to write a book. You say, I am a writer. Identity is powerful because people naturally act in alignment with who they believe they are. Systems also create momentum. Small daily actions may feel insignificant, but over time they compound. Just like interest in a bank account, consistency multiplies results. Missing one day doesn't destroy progress, but repeating small actions daily builds unstoppable momentum. The brain also loves clarity. Systems remove confusion. Instead of constantly deciding what to do next, the system tells you exactly what to do and when to do it. This reduces decision fatigue and increases execution. Another key psychological benefit is reduced pressure. Goals create pressure because failure feels personal. Systems shift the focus from results to process. If the result hasn't appeared yet, you don't feel like a failure. You simply improve the system. When you fail with goals, you blame yourself. When a system fails, you adjust the process. This mindset keeps you moving forward instead of quitting. In the next part, we will break down how to actually build a system from scratch, step by step, so it fits your lifestyle, not your motivation. Building a system is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things consistently. The first step is clarity. You must clearly define the behavior, not the result. Instead of saying, "I want to succeed," define what success looks like on a daily level. Ask yourself, what is the smallest action I can repeat daily that moves me forward? The second step is simplicity. If your system is complicated, it will fail. A good system should feel almost too easy. People often fail because they try to change everything at once. Systems work best when they start small. The third step is environment design. Your environment controls your behavior more than willpower ever will. If you want to read more, keep books visible. If you want to work out, prepare your workout clothes in advance. If you want to stop wasting time, remove distractions from your space. The fourth step is scheduling. A system without a schedule is just a wish. Decide exactly when and where the action will happen. The clearer the schedule, the less resistance you feel. The fifth step is tracking. You don't need complex tools. A simple checklist is enough. Tracking builds awareness and accountability. When you can see your progress, you are more likely to continue. Finally, systems must be flexible. Life changes, energy changes. Your system should adapt, not break. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Remember, a bad system will defeat even the most motivated person. A good system will carry even an unmotivated person forward. One of the biggest mistakes people make is confusing intensity with consistency. They start strong, doing too much too soon. This leads to burnout. Systems are about sustainability, not speed. Another mistake is relying on motivation. Motivation should be a bonus, not the foundation. If your system only works when you feel inspired, it is not a system. Many people also quit too early. Systems need time to show results. Progress is often invisible in the beginning. This is where patience becomes essential. Another common mistake is ignoring feedback. If a system isn't working, don't quit. Adjust, improve, simplify. Systems are living processes. Lastly, people fail because they don't align systems with their identity. If your system doesn't match who you want to become, it won't last. The ultimate goal is not achieving one result. The goal is becoming the kind of person who wins consistently. When systems become part of your lifestyle, success becomes normal. You stop chasing motivation. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You simply show up and execute. This is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. Not through talent, not through luck, but through systems. When you focus on systems, results become a side effect. So stop asking, how do I achieve this goal? Start asking, what system will I follow today? Because in the end, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems.